When Brett Doebbeling realized that the town of Wadena didn't have a brewery to call its own, he took some, well, drastic measures to put hoppy hazies and fruited ales on the map in central Minnesota. We talked to Brett about their Paid in the Shade Hazy IPA.
People come to Spearfish because it's world class. Whether it's a trail, an ale, you'll be amazed at what you can find when you come to South Dakota.
Great faces, great places, South Dakota.
If one thing goes wrong, I lose sleep over it. I want to make the perfect batch every time. I contribute a lot of that to trying to make the best beer we can. I was a sheetrock finisher before this, and I was only as good as the guys that hung it before me, the sheetrock, and painted the sheetrock after me. To have the full control of the beer from the ingredient selection down to the water modification, all the way to keeping oxygen out of the packaging is just, I fell in love with it because I have the control. Capturing the essence of Wadena. This was a dying egg community, and it still is. It's a farming community where many of these people had farms, their families left, they stayed, so it's predominantly older people. We had opportunities to go to Minneapolis, we had opportunities to go to Fargo, but just in the last few years of younger people moving back here or starting families here, and I really think the brewery plays well into that because beer's for everybody of age. People's flavors before we started were basically Budweiser and Coors. Within the last couple years here, we've seen the hazy IPAs, the imperial barrel-aged stouts, and now these fruited sours. People before would never consider drinking these beers, now are flocking here, the locals are. We have everything from your light German Pilsners, German lagers, hazy IPAs, we do some West Coast IPAs, we do some more traditional session style beers like brown ales, extra special bitters. The sours, the kettle sours have really done well for us. We do some lighter flavored ones, and then we do some double fruited style that are so thick that they're leaving fruit lacing on the glassing. Really enjoy doing some thick, heavy adjunct stouts and barrel-aged stouts. If it's got alcohol in it and it's created by fermentation, I love it. I'd like to introduce our newest beer that's going to be in season 7 of the Beer Dabbler box. We're going to brew a hazy IPA called Paid in the Shade. We've got 2 new experimental hops from BSG called Sativa and Zamba, which are both very tropical, stone fruit, peach, candied lemon. Very excited to try those hops. We purchased some and then were invited into this project and thought this would be the perfect spot to use those. We plan to brew a 6.5% hazy IPA loaded with these hops. Loaded with oats and wheat to give it a nice body and mouthfeel. We're gonna keep the color down a little bit to kind of replicate maybe a pineapple juice look versus more of a darker look of an orange juice. Super excited about this beer. We distribute all the way from Fargo. We just started going into eastern North Dakota, all the way down to the Twin Cities, as far south as Rochester. And then in the next couple weeks, we plan to start distribution to Arizona and Illinois. I'm excited for, just continually expanding our company here. Reaching further with distribution, bringing new events and new beer releases to the tap room and trying to lure people in with our distribution to make the trek up here, or when they're coming from the metro to the Fargo-Moorhead area to stop in and give us a try. That's my biggest goal, is just to keep things moving and keep everybody paid and trying to make great beer. Thanks for coming in, guys. Thank you for buying the Beer Dabbler Season 7 box. Hope you're enjoying our beer, Paid in the Shade. Cheers, guys.